school. So I broke up with Ethan. He said it wasn't his fault, but he couldn't tell me why. Well, a month goes by and one of the other girls in our friend group says that she has to tell me something. Apparently she went through Emma and Ethan's conversations, and Emma was blackmailing him with a video of him destroying school property. She said that she would send it to the school if he didn't send her proof of him cheating on me. Now Ethan and I have been dating for 2 years, and Emma still tries to reach out, but everyone in our friend group cut her off. Story time. My best friend slept with my boyfriend on my birthday. So a little background information. I was 16 and a sophomore.
Part 2 of this girl trying to make my life a living hell and why patience is key, because trust me, I was losing patience real bad. But yeah, she walked in between me and my friend so she could roll her eyes at me. Then her and her little minions came back together at the end of the hallway and started laughing and giggling like I should be. So at this point, I'm like, oh yeah, like, baby, you're not about to play me no more. So I'm trying to do the peaceful thing, and I
call my boyfriend Jay and his best friend Mike. Well, I met these two boys through my best friend, and I really liked Mike. Mike and I would talk all the time. We would FaceTime 24/7. But whenever the subject of dating came up, he said that he couldn't because his best friend really liked me. So he was trying to set me up with Jay, but not really because he really liked me. So I was like, okay, fine, whatever. I'll date Jay for a little bit and then I'll break up with him. Worst mistake of my fucking life. Every time I would try to break up with this kid, he would be like, I'm gonna kill myself now.
I was like, yeah, she was just in here, like, stalking me. Like, it was so weird. I was like, oh, you, what? So then I come out the bathroom, because I've been in there for a really long time, and I'm like, I give her, like, the, like, smile, you know what I mean? And she was like, hi, and I was like, hi. And then I went back to class, and now every day I've been looking at everybody's shoes, trying to figure out who the fuck these girls were. Love you, and I will report back.
Get Ready With Me plus story time on how my sister got stalked and had to leave her gym.
Know what she was thinking, I know what I want to see. Bust that pussy open, then I tell her bring it back.
Living room to tell him that dinner is ready, and I see my dog backed up into a corner and him with a fire poker literally poking my dog. I wouldn't even call it poking, he was pretty much trying to stab my dog. My dog has its ears back, it's shaking with anxiety. So I go over and I rip it out of his hands and I smack his fingers. And I tell him, we do not do that to the dog. Like, what is wrong with you? So my friend comes, picks him up. A few days later, she comes to drop him off again. And she says, hey, can I talk to you? I already knew.
You wouldn't do to them. You do not have to tolerate it. It's 2024 and I'm really in my no BS era, and I thought they would have known that, but I guess they just get to find out for themselves. So yeah, I hope you guys have a good night. Again, this wasn't to like trash on this person whatsoever. Like, I'm not trying to like go and do what they did to me. It's just a reminder to you guys that if you're in a similar situation, you don't have to deal with it. I've cut myself off from a lot of people this year and I've never been happier. As sad as I am in the moment about like a little friendship thing, like in the long run, you're gonna be so much happier not being weighed down by other people's selfishness. So yeah, peace out. Love you guys.
Get ready with me while I tell you how my guy best friend and I were talking to the same guy at once. Let's call my guy best friend Leo. So me and Leo haven't always been friends. Our relationship has been super rocky, and around this time, me and him had beef, bro. Like, I did not like him, he did not like me. But being the nosy bitch I was, when he blocked me on Snapchat, I got one of my friends to add him so I could monitor what he was posting.
Like, that's weird. I mean, I don't have this person added, but like, I recognize the area code because I used to live in Oklahoma and the area code is 918. So I was like, weird. I don't know who this is. Like, I don't answer the phone call, but like, I texted them and I was like, who is this? And they text back this person's name, and let me just tell you that this person is literally one of the only people in this world that I dislike. This girl, I do not like her because of stuff she's done to me in the past. She was just
they trying to be she wanted me life and her relationship, and I didn't find out until 2 days before we were going on our girls trip. Like, oh my god, oh my gosh, this is mad. So what's the truth then? What's the truth about her? Then he started asking me questions about her, about what she does. She was doing all right for herself, and at her age as well. One thing about her, she was gonna jug down. Like, she was one of those people who was so good at just finessing their way through things. I should have always known.
Way. If one got taken down, hopefully the other one would stay up. We posted the pictures on there and a lot of people saw them, like for part 3. Part 3 about how my best friend made my entire school hate me. So like I said, Ivy sent the pictures and everybody saw them. And I'm talking even the people in high school. The next day, Ivy and Layla are in the same science class together. And none of their friends were there that day, so they ended up working on a group assignment together. And just like that, they were best friends again. Well, I get thrown under the bus. The teachers come and pull me out of my class, and they search my phone, and they find the Instagram account.
People saw it. I didn't know who created it. I didn't know anything about the situation, so I was kind of just left in suspense. My mom was a really big help through all of that, and she even went as far as to take legal actions against this photo, but unfortunately, like, they weren't really followed up on. That's a completely other story. Anyway, so months go by. I've officially, like, accepted the fact that I can't do anything about this photo. Like, it's out there. Whoever edited it, like, got away free. I'm kind of just processing, and, you know, after a while, I kind of calm down and I forget about it. Until last...
Because they said I was disturbing the peace, and also, I guess, antagonizing him when they already gave me a warning to go home, which I understand they had to do what they had to do. Like, I understand. Like, I would have did too. And then they put me back in the back of the car. When I got to the station, they put me in a fucking cell, like, fingerprinted and picture and everything. It was so fucking embarrassing. Like, it was so embarrassing. And then on top of that, when we fought, he ripped my wig off. So sassy, right?
The home attendant is gonna tell him, hell no, every time. I didn't know that. So I'm not sure how long passes in between these two instances. Me and my family are sitting in my living room, and we hear the loudest bang on our door. It's 11 o'clock at night. My dad gets up, he's like, everybody stay here, I'm gonna go check. Looks through the peephole, and he decides to open the door. We're like, what the hell? It's Freddy. He's asking for me at 11 o'clock at night, and my dad's like, stay over there. So basically, he's telling my dad the same thing that...
It's like I have to do my brows first, but then I end up messing them up later on in my makeup routine. So I hand him the phone back, I show him what I saw, and I just like walk away. Later that night, once everybody went home, we fought about it. He tells me that he was trying to get at this girl because her father worked at a car dealership and he wanted a good deal on a car. And I stayed. Little old 16-year-old Malia. Oh, the dad's gonna give you a car for...
To be next month, she said. I don't know. How old? I replied, still half asleep. She smiled at me and held up 4 fingers. My wife and I have been up with her for almost 8 hours, pleading with her, but she still refuses to tell us where she got them. Story time. My boyfriend and I bought a very old house. He was in charge of bringing in all the furniture and doing the heavy lifting while I was on wallpaper removal duty.
Fucking abandoned them. After I finally dumped him, obviously she came crawling back into my life, and guess what the situation was? She was in her own little toxic relationship, and I was there for her like a fucking dumbass. Where was she when I was going through mine again? Oh yeah, she fucking left me. Can't even say anything though, because that's my own dumbass fault. Honestly, the list goes on and on forever, but this is getting a little long, so let me know if you guys want a part 2. But always remember, just because you've known that they existed a little longer than the next guy...
Hey, it's me.
Didn't go in like a bathroom stall or anything, because like we low-key wanted to be seen by people so that they think that like we were cool and stuff. So, yeah. This one's like probably the worst one. I used to, like, in, like, our friend group, I used to not like all the girls, and there was, like, a main girl that was, like, kind of, like, the leader of our friend group, so I would steal her stuff and, like, hide it or, like, take it or something, and then it would be, like, stuff she likes and uses, and then she'd, like, tell me, she'd be like, oh my gosh, I can't find this, like, yeah.
Each other. Super weird. I was, like, they didn't come in together. They actually came in separately, but I'm like, I'm pretty sure these two people know each other. Second lady that was in the store, I went over to her and I asked her if she needed any help. She was in the Charlotte Tilbury section, so I just went over there to see if she needed any help. And this is the part where everything really started to go downhill for me and the store and everyone included, really. Just like, hey, like, do you need help looking for anything? And she was like, no, I'm just browsing right now. And then she, like, looked at me and she was like, oh, you're, like, really pretty. Listen.
I didn't feel like smiling and cartwheeling and spiriting and acting cheery because I just found out like 5 minutes ago that my uncle was about to die. Like, girl. And guess what? I made JV again. 2nd year in a row I made JV. And so I was just like, but honestly, I'm not upset at myself because I did what I had to do. Like, the fact that I made the team knowing that I knew what I knew, like,
That's what we thought. Well, my brother didn't have a license at the time, so every time that she came over, she needed somebody to drop her off at home. So my dad would always offer to drop her off at home, even though he literally hated her. And he could have just ordered her an Uber, which is what he did with all of my friends. Well, the one night her parents called and they were like, hey, like, is Serena still there? She hasn't came home yet. And my dad said that he was dropping her off. So I called my dad and he said that they ran out of gas on the side of the road. So that was just like one incident. Well, the next morning my mom goes to get in the car for
Kitana wins. Flawless victory.
Like a million views every video. It's honestly the only time I can recall her treating me like a human being. Period. She got what she wanted. She got her little rush of clout. And to this day, the most liked picture on her Instagram only has that many likes because I'm in it. And all of my followers went and liked it. She would always come to me and my friends for advice about her shitty relationship. And with the advice that we gave her in confidence, you know, we would say like, yeah, me and my boyfriend went through that and this is what we did. She would take and run with.
When my homeroom teacher looks at me and she's like, girl. So I'm like, you want me to come over there? And she's like, yes. So I go over to her desk and she says something, like mumbles it, and then I'm like, what? And then she repeats it and she's like, I'm sorry. And so I'm shocked because I was not expecting her to apologize at all. So after she says sorry, she goes on this whole long thing. She's like, I'm sorry, like, I'm sorry, like, I couldn't realize that you're, like, such a beautiful girl, that you don't even need makeup. You're so naturally beautiful. And, like, the class is just...
Well, after being mad at her for a while, I realized it was his fault. Story time about how I saw my boyfriend propose to another girl in front of me. So a little background information. At the time, my boyfriend and I had been together for around 4 years. We had 2 kids together, and our relationship was pretty rocky. Within the first year of us dating, he would cheat on me all the time, and both times that I was pregnant, he would cheat on me also. Now, after I popped out the second kid, our relationship was going pretty well. And if you're wondering why I didn't leave him when he was
like dyed silverish hair and was very tall, so obviously this is pretty intimidating for a young girl. So he walks up to me and he starts complimenting me, telling me that I have really good cheekbones and that I should be a model. Then he decides to ask me how old I am, and I say how old I am, obviously a minor. And he decides to just say okay and walks away. And after that, I was very, very scared because that was just such a weird interaction. And I honestly forget about it in hope that
it's about damn time. In a minute, I'ma need a sentimental man or woman to pump
with us all along. Don't listen to this if you get scared easily. Part 1. Growing up, I've always lived in houses where creepy stuff has happened, but this one was different. We signed a 12-month lease on a house, and the first 7 or 8 months were completely normal. But one day, my mum was carrying laundry upstairs when she swore she saw something in the corridor. She saw what she described as the Grim Reaper standing by the window in broad daylight.
Hit her. It's almost like Sabrina was thriving on the attention that she got just because of this fight. I was keeping silent, but the guys were like, Selma, are you gonna hit her too? And no, definitely not. When we got out of the train, the guys made their own version of the story and told Lisa. Lisa thought that I was going to hit her. Lisa walked up to me and said, hit me, come on, I know you want it, hit me in my face. That's when it got really out of hand. We were literally standing in front of each other, screaming at each other with the entire
other tragic love story. I had to move far away because I had to go live with my mom, blah, 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 blah. But since I would visit my dad for the holidays, him and I would still be able to see each other sometimes, which is pretty good for a long distance relationship, especially when you're in school. So I told him about how I had to move. And he was really sad, but he said that I can trust him. Red flag number 1, because why would you say that in the first place? There should be no reason on why I have to, quote, trust you to be loyal when I'm away. Like for part...
Whatever. Then adds him on Snap. And I know how she is with guys on Snap because I've seen it. And I was like, what? He obviously doesn't follow her back because what? And she also adds him on Facebook. And I was like, girl, what the fuck? Like, so we talk about it, and I'm like, you need to back off. And she's always so friendly with him and flirting with him. And we talk about it, and she was talking about, I add everyone on everything that...
They trying to be... They trying to be... She wanna be... They think she's a...
Saying what I wrote, the script I made, the bit I made. Whatever, done with my rant for today, done with my makeup, but yeah.
I was a bad bitch, I want to suck me too. Story time on how I almost got into a fight at the movie theaters the other day. I'm gonna give you beautiful ladies a few seconds to go ahead and grab your little snacks, because baby, I'm a proud big back and I need a snack for every fucking
like was so just inappropriate. Waitress comes over, he's super rude to her, won't look at her. He then proceeded to order for me. He ordered a drink for me, and I already told him that I don't really drink alcohol, so I was like, oh no, I don't actually want the vodka soda, just give me water. He again scoffed in front of the waitress when I said this. Order my food, she looks at him to order, and he just said that we were gonna split the thing that I ordered, which I don't mind splitting, but he didn't tell me that beforehand, and he also told me that we were getting dinner. I thought it was more of a dinner situation versus drinks and an appetizer.
It's always the same ex because I've only had one ex and I was with him for an extensive period of time, about 5-6 years. Okay, this was maybe about 2 years into our relationship. Now by this point, I've already caught him cheating on me, speaking to other girls, the whole lot, basically just doing me dirty, right? And 2 years into our relationship, we went to Poland. And this man always had a broken phone. He always had a lost phone. He always had a dead phone. He couldn't get into his phone. He was just kind of relying on me for everything, right? Just to help walk him through life, essentially. So we were in Poland, and we were in Poland.
You know I'm the face of the city, bitch. That's why you mad.
Hey. So I'm like having a fucking panic attack right now. Anyways, so fast forward, I get home early in the morning, and my sister's sleeping on the couch. But my sister brought over her animals too. So I wake my sister up and I'm like, hey, like, how are all the animals? She's like, oh, they're fine. And then we walk into the kitchen and the fucking bird cage is open. And my birds are missing. And her cats are nowhere to be found. So now I'm freaking the fuck out. So then I go to check on the rest of my animals, like for part 3.
Anyway, because of this, me and Leo became friends again, and now he's like one of my really close friends, and I hold his secret. But yeah, so end of the story, Jake is an awful person because he hurt me so much, and along with that pulled along another person that he didn't need to. Like, from this simple story time, you're not grasping how hard he had me and Leo under his little game. So, moral of the story,
that if you cannot come and you have said yes and you have transferred me the money, I cannot transfer you back because the Airbnb is non-refundable. I made that crystal clear to every single person. I said to them, do not commit to it if you can't come, because once you send me the money, if you drop out, that's not my business. This looks really scary and I'm actually worried that it's not going to look anything like the picture. But obviously I invited this girl because we'd become friends. Even though we'd only met a few times, conversations we had, and because of lockdown.
Make that pistol pop.
Fucked once. The real tea is that my boyfriend was black and his friend was white. Well, me being the ass bitch that I am, I was like, well, let's just wait it out. I bet it's not his, like for part 2. Part 2 about how my boyfriend found out that his best friend got me pregnant. So like I said, my boyfriend was black, his best friend was white, and because I doubted that it was his best friend's kid, I decided to wait it out. Say it with me, bad idea. So fast forward, I'm in the delivery room and I decide not to have my boyfriend in there. Well, let's just say good thing that he did.
Had to be at, so what they did was that they turned around, came and picked me up and brought me home. I was crying in the car the entire way home. Mum was really trying to calm me down. After I'd calmed down a bit, I sent him a text about how that wasn't okay. He didn't really apologize. He just kind of like beat around the bush a little bit and was like, oh, well, what do you want me to do? Like, they wanted me for a second game. The next day he texted me and he was like, hey, do you want to go shopping? And this was his way of apologizing. Like, this was his way of saying sorry without actually saying sorry.
Come over and we'll hang out. And I said no because I didn't want to upset my best friend. But him and I were still texting throughout the night, and I finally decided to go over their house. I ended up falling asleep in my best friend's room, and then fast forward, I wake up at 3 a.m. So I go to the bathroom, and what are the chances her brother is in there? As he walks out, I walk in, and somehow we both ended up in the bathroom together, and we did the nasty. After that, I went back to bed, and nobody ever found out. Story time about how this girl pretended to be my best friend just to go on vacation with.
Everyone is gonna die and no one is gonna remember you, so fuck it.
Miss Gracie comes and she pulls me out of the classroom. So I explained to Miss Gracie everything that happened and how she accused me of wearing makeup and how she gave me the detention even though I literally had nothing on. She basically inspects my face and eventually she's like, can I touch you? And so I'm like, okay. And so she gets her finger and she's like feeling on my face and she's like, yeah, I'm pretty sure you're good. Like, I don't see anything. So she sends me back to class and I go back and...
First date, bought me a puppy. Needless to say, didn't see him again. Thanks, bye.
Tell me about the worst date you've ever been on. Here's mine.
One time I went on a date and he didn't have enough money, so he lied and said that his debit card information was stolen and that all of his money was taken out. So I ended up having to pay, which I didn't even care about, but he called his mom when we got in the car and really played up this bit that all his money was stolen. She didn't really buy it because she said that he just got paid the other day, and when asked how much money he had in his account,
She was coming back to my house so we could fight again, but she was blocked so I didn't get any of the messages. And then my ex came to my house and brought me flowers. And this was all in a span of one day. So because it was my birthday party, my cousins were at my house, and I already told them everything that happened. So they went outside and they fought him. Well, then I ended up sending all the videos to his parents, her parents, his siblings, aunts, uncles, cousins who loved me. Then I also decided to take legal action, and I sent the cops all of the screenshots of Sarah harassing